Good morning from Disney's Animal Kingdom. Bill and Carrie here. It's about 10 o'clock, and we actually just had some early morning magic hours. You can see that in one of our other videos. But we got a little bit of a late start on the rest of the park. One thing that's nice with Pandora being open is that the lines are a little bit shorter at the other rides. However, not for us today.
It's going to be a crowded day.
It's going to be a crowded day. So first stop is we're going to go to the Festival of the Lion King. This might be kind of fun. We haven't been in this section before.
No, I don't think we have. Yeah, we usually are in the higher up sections.
We have been expecting you. We are here today to welcome you, one and all, to the Festival of the Lion King. And now, I present to you His Majesty, the Lion King.
Welcome, everyone.
Hello! Look at me! I'm in a parade! Hey, tumble monkeys! Walk me over by the warthog section! It's you time! All right, now move aside, fellas. That's enough, boys.
After all these years, a Lion King show is still a great show.
It is. It really is.
What's your favorite part of that?
I always say it's the tumble monkeys, but then the aerialists, the dancers, and then I see the it's all so good.
Yeah. I really like the fire dancer.
Yeah.
I really wish I could be a fire dancer, but I'm definitely not. I don't fit that profile because usually you're in shape. I'm sorry. Usually you're in shape and you're pretty muscular, but I'm Hercules. So we got about 15 minutes left before our Fast Pass window closes for
Expedition Everest.
So we're just going to make a beeline straight over there because who knows what the crowd's going to be like to get there.
Busy today.
Yeah, it's busy today. What was the crowd level supposed to be?
Well, originally it said it was supposed to be a 9, and then it dropped down to 8. But even still, 8 is
Still pretty busy.
Still pretty busy.
There's our next destination, Expedition Everest. Look how it just blends into the scenery as I go behind a tree. Getting closer, we can see it. See the tracks. I just think they did a beautiful job with
The theming of this area
Yeah,
is just
the theme.
something else.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so the standby entrance time is 65 minutes. We have a fast pass. Oh, such great storytelling. This is why I like Disney. Is one reason I like Disney is because of the storytelling and theming. As you go through the line, even through the fast pass queue, you're getting ready to go on an excursion. So you need supplies. And up here's the history of the Yeti. I find this stuff so fascinating, the way how they do this. That was kind of fun with the magic bands or whatever. It came up, said, Welcome William or something, had my name up on the...
You were the river guide of the month.
I'm the river guide of the month. That's what it said. Okay. not coming back. Just so you know.
Okay. We have nowhere to go. Where are we going to do?
How was that?
I love that ride. Yeah. It was a little interesting because the ride kind of was stuck there for a moment. We haven't hung out in that one area that long before.
Yeah, Aubrey, you don't need
I
to go
really
on
like that
one.
ride.
Yeah.
That is a fun roller coaster.
It really is.
And as I said, I really like the theming on it because when you go through the line, whether it's the fast pass queue or the normal standby, there's a storytelling of you feel like you're getting ready to go on a trip because you have to go through the shops and buy the gear, and you're doing research on the Yeti because they have the stuff up with the photos and the evidence and all that stuff that you're looking for the what signs to look for, kind of a thing. So I really enjoy that. What do you think, hon? What should we do?
Well, our Flight of Passage Fast Pass is open, but I'm thinking since we're walking this way, maybe we should go see what the wait is at Dinosaur and maybe ride that.
Okay, because you have an hour for the fast pass.
Yep.
And there's actually a 5-minute grace window on both ends.
Yep.
Theoretically. So in theory, it opens 5 minutes early. In theory, it closes 5 minutes after. In theory. Can I say in theory a few more times?
In theory.
In theory. Theoretically, yes. All right, let's go check out what Dinosaur is.
So Flight of Passage is currently 195 minutes. So it's gone down from a little bit ago.
240.
Yeah, but Navi River Journey is now at a 110-minute wait. It's almost 2 hours.
Pass.
The safaris are at 95 minutes.
Wow.
Primeval Whirl, 55.
Primeval Whirl?
Yeah. Everest, 55. Dinosaur, 50. Heck,
Yeah, so we're going to pass on Dinosaur and just go straight.
Even It's Tough to Be a Bug is at a 20-minute wait.
Well, that's not bad because the shows are about 20 minutes.
No, they're not. They're like 5.
Okay, fine. The waiting in line and then okay, so that's a little long. So I guess it is a little bit crowded today. Maybe we'll park hop later.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
see.
thinking of maybe hopping over to Magic Kingdom instead.
Yeah. Because the
with
crowd
our-
here is a little bit thicker than we were expecting.
We've got a fast pass for Flight of Passage that we're gonna just go ahead to now, and then we also have a fast pass for the safari, which we definitely want to do that. But other than that, I think we've kind of
Done
hit
what
up
we
our
wanted.
favorites. So I would be okay heading out.
And we can always come back another day.
Yeah.
For our fast pass, Carrie wants to do one of her favorite pastimes.
Shopping.
I've never shopped for anything before.
No, never.
Find anything fun?
Just kind of right now seeing a lot of the same stuff I've been seeing. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm not finding anything fun, but well, those are that you saw the other day. They are magnets.
Oh, okay. Dole Whips.
Kind of like the little snack magic band.
Oh no, Carrie fell in love.
He's so big and squishable.
What?
He's so big and squishable.
Oh, it's Stitch. Stitch. How much is Stitch?
I have no idea. I don't know. He's free. He doesn't have a price tag on him.
He's free. We'll take 2. Dora for our fast pass for Flight of Passage. And as we cross the bridge here, you're going to see a transition from the park to Pandora. Anyway, walking Pandora, one of the first things you see is this huge plant. And there's a lot of animal noises. A lot of animal noises. Coming over here in the one area, there's a show going on. We're gonna poke our head in over here for a second.
Way to go, way to show off. It sounds like your date's going to be coming down here to pick you up for lunch here in a second, so congratulations on that. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our four gentlemen right here. Gentlemen, you can return to your families if you can't find a big new one, sir. On that note, we should probably get out of here since Angie's are swooping down, and that means they're going after the tallest thing here, and that's this guy.
It took us a few minutes to find the entrance for the Fast Pass, but we made it. It's now down to 220 minutes for main entrance, but we have a Fast Pass. So this is one of the nice things about the Fast Pass is just keep walking, just keep walking. Meanwhile, the downside is that you miss a lot of the storytelling through the lab and all that, but small price to play for a 5-minute wait. For reference, I saw the other video, the lab is through those windows. Right up here. So they split us off to go to the scanning rooms.
Or as we call it, a banshee. The way you're gonna do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready.
Share the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, your children. But welcome back.
We just got off a flight of passage for the second time today. Still incredible, just still incredible. How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm almost at the point where it has become my favorite ride, and it just makes me so sad because you really it's hard to get the opportunity to ride it.
Yeah, so much detail in it. And thankfully with Fast Pass, it was a 5-minute wait as opposed to almost 4 hours. That it was saying when we walked in, it said 2:20 as we walked in.
Yeah.
But, you know, so a few things I noticed on this time versus previous, because I just hadn't noticed. I haven't seen any other videos or anything about it, but it's really a lot like Soarin'. Did you notice that? Or did you know any of this?
That you mean like there were people above us?
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 levels. 3 levels. Okay, and then, so is that an elevator that we go up in the scanning room?
I have no idea. I don't know any of that, hon.
Because in the scanning room, I don't know if that's an elevator or not, because we definitely came out on like a level and we had to take stairs down, which we did not have to do on previous rides. So I don't know how it works, but yeah, it's unique. As I said, I don't think I've seen any other videos or things about it, but it's still a cool ride.
Oh yeah.
You still feel like you're the only one there, unless you're like me who looks around to see what's behind the curtain. But anyway, so what's next, hon?
Our Fast Pass window for Kilimanjaro's safaris should be open by the time we get over there, so we're gonna go do that.
Okay, awesome. Okay, coming into Kilimanjaro safaris, and standby queue is 65, but because my wife is so awesome, she got us Fast Passes. Yay, again. She's so skilled.
Jumbo, everyone. Oh, my name is Shannon. I'm going to be your safari guide out here on Kilimanjaro Safaris today. Right above your head is the Safari Spotting Guide. It'll help you spot and identify some of the animals we may see on the reserve. We may not see them all depending on different sleeping patterns, migratory patterns those animals might have, but we do get fairly lucky. All right, we have the all clear, so Twin Day. As we enter the forest, I already see some movement up ahead, so keep an eye out off to the left. We're gonna see a couple different antelope. Some tall sandy-colored antelope by the water close by, here to the left, and those are greater kudu. They are the second tallest antelope you'll see on the reserve. They get around 5 feet tall at the shoulder. The few I see are females. The males will develop horns that get around 6 feet long, so their horns tend to be a little bit longer than they are tall. The copper-colored antelope hanging out with them with horns are bongos, frequently called ghosts of the forest. It's very difficult to find them at times because those stripes help break up their silhouette, and the earth tones will help them blend in, especially at night. Really difficult to find them. Their horns, both the males and the females develop them. They lean back and curve to help them travel through the thicket of a forest. Black rhinos, they get around 3,000 pounds in weight. Best way to identify them is by their mouth. They do have a very narrow mouth. Oh, there's another one way out there. You see it south in there, up the hill. So their mouth, very narrow. Billed storks, there's 2 of them hanging out. They mate for life, so maybe they're a mated pair. Pretty cool animals overall. So the black rhinos and bongos, it's really nice that we were able to see some. Couple of Nile hippopotamus kind of conked out on shore here. And some in the water off to our left too that we'll see later on. But Nile hippopotamus spend a majority of their time in the water to stay cool. So it's nice to see them hanging out on shore for a little bit. Especially when it's cooler like this. They do swim very well, but they prefer to walk and run along the bottom of the river to travel around. They can hold their breath around 8 minutes at a time. You want to admire from afar. Even this adorable little group resting on shore together with the baby. So a group will be called a bloat. And that baby there probably was born around 60 to 110 pounds is the average. Really hard to see them in the water, mainly because babies nurse underneath the water. We'll see Nile crocodiles. So a group on shore will be called a bask since they're basking in the sun. In the water, they'll be called a float since they're floating around. You may notice 1 or 2 out there with their mouths propped open. Not actually a sign of aggression or hunger. That's actually a way of regulating their body temperature and dissipating their body heat, letting the cool air across their mouths. And coming a little bit closer, we'll see some Ankoli cattle hanging out here. Really cool animals, the only domesticated animals you'll see on the reserve. So they're also called Watusi cattle, and the Ankoli have those impressive, beautiful horns that can get around 6 feet long. But they aren't too heavy, they are slightly hollow inside with a honeycomb infrastructure, a lot of blood vessels, so when the blood pumps through their horns, it will cool down, pump back into their bodies to help them stay cool during hot days. By the cave too, so African wild dogs are also called painted dogs because of their beautiful coat pattern. Dog is in their name, and they are part of the canid family, but they're more closely related to the fox. You may see some antelope laying down. Those are sable antelope. They have horns that lean back and curve and get really sharp, so they're very useful for self-defense. They can knock predators right off their back. Well, it's a deep purplish blue color. Really helps it from getting sunburned since they are facing the sky so often. And since they're so active, they actually don't have to sleep that often. Humans, if we're lucky, we sleep around 6-7 hours a night. Giraffes really only have to sleep about 30 minutes a day. And surprisingly enough, they don't sleep all those 30 minutes at once. It's going to be in increments of about 2 to 5 minutes at a time. And it's not too uncommon to see them sleep standing up with their eyes open because that's a defense mechanism for them. More solitary than the females are, you won't really see them in a large herd unless it's mating season or they're still really young. The males get around 14,000 pounds in weight, females around 13,000 pounds, so will be born. This could be mom or mom somewhere else. Majority of the herd will take care of a baby, especially during the day. Now they do have a type of curfew though, babies, or bedtime. When the sun goes down, that baby and the mom make sure that baby sticks really close to her. It's doing very well with its trunk. That trunk will have more muscles than the human body, which means that baby is probably older than a year, and they start developing their tusks around 2 years old. Those elephants' trunks, they have more muscles than the human body, right? So they can use them for pretty much anything and everything, along with breathing. They can hold around 5 gallons of water in their trunk at a time. Pretty useful since they drink around 42 gallons of water per day. They'll toss a lot of sand, mud, dirt, and many other things along their side, back, and belly as a natural sunscreen. They'll even use their trunks to wipe their eyes if something gets in it. or give each other hugs. Think of all the flamingos. They get that color from eating a lot of shrimp. They are as well the largest of all flamingos, getting around 5 feet tall. Notice on the island there's a few with gray necks and heads. Those will be younger ones. So babies are born with gray fuzzy feathers, and they don't really get pink feathers till about a year or 2 old after they've eaten enough shrimp. So she kind of blends in, but she's hanging out up there. Lions are nocturnal, unlike cheetahs. They're going to be a little bit more active at night. During the day, they rest around 16 to 20 hours. So they sleep a majority of their lifetime, actually. So getting on top of those rocks, no real difficulty for them. They're very good climbers. Also, they can leap up to 20 feet into the air, which is higher than the average giraffe. He's just really difficult to see. So just kind of conked out in the middle of the day. Kind of makes sense. Really cool and active at night, though. And they won't start sweating until their body temperature is around 115 degrees Fahrenheit to help conserve the water they retain after eating a lot of lush plants around them in the desert. Another reason they're pretty rare, just until recently they were extinct out in the wild as well. However, there has been a herd reintroduced back into the wild. They have been doing very well, and hopefully that goes over very successfully and they begin to prosper there again.
The jungle trek is something else, isn't it? I mean, as the gal said, no two are alike. Right. It's very true, because the animals, you never know how close they're going to be to the vehicle, which ones you're going to see, and everything. The wild dogs are fairly new, at least for us. We saw them one other time before. Yeah. And I noticed the warthogs weren't out today, so they're doing some, looks like they're doing some fixing to their enclosure there. But that's great. We actually like to ride it several times a day if we can, because, as I said, every time's going to be different. In the morning, they're more active. Some animals are more active than others. Same thing with midday, same thing with evening. We saw a lot of them resting today. Yeah. And we were on there about noon, so we saw a lot of hippos resting.
But it was kind of cool to actually see the hippos out of the water, because usually they're in the water when we're in there.
Yeah, exactly.
And we got to see the baby hippo, and we got to see the baby elephant, which
Carrie's
was really
favorite
neat.
part was the babies.
Yes.
So, but just adjacent is the gorilla trail. So we're going to go check that out. Columbus monkeys.
Colobus monkeys.
What?
Colobus monkeys.
Yes,
Colobus.
what she said.
Not Columbus.
We are in the research center now. These are the naked mole rats. Kind of interesting to see how they look. Oh, I got one over here eating. One over here eating or doing something with food. Another one over here just popped out of that hole. Wow. Huge frog. The largest frog in the world? Second largest frog in the world. Wow. He is huge. We just entered into a bird conservatory area. You can see all kinds of birds, like these guys. Oh, those guys are pretty. I like them. They look neat. We just got buzzed a couple times by these little birds. They're so cute. They're really fast too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right there. We got some very bright, beautiful fish in here as well. A lot of beautiful birds in here, but the problem is they move so fast. They don't sit still for very long. It's hard to get a good photo or video of any of them, but you have to take my word for it. They're beautiful. Looks like over here you got a stork who's doing some hunting here. Wonder if he's gonna take a swipe at anything. It looked like he was getting ready to. It looks like he just changed his mind. I just asked Carrie if this is a hippo enclosure, and she said, well, hence the hippo right there, which was in the foreground, and I didn't even see it. I was too busy looking at the bird. Oh, it looks like he's going to go for a roll. It's on his side. Oh, now he's flying back out. Let's see if I can see him underwater here.
See, that's his head. He's coming this way.
Oh, there's his head.
I see a bird up top. You want to see
he just said. That is so cool.
You want to see the bird up top?
There he is. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, he's coming right for us. Oh,
He
Beautiful. Run back down.
That's so neat.
Is he gonna take a nap now? No, there's a full picture of him.
Oh my goodness. Look at that jaw.
Oh, wow. He just opened his mouth. Oh, look at those teeth. Wow.
That's crazy.
That is a huge mouth. Wow. Nope, it's gonna surface back up. Wow. Look at all.
So weird, all the fish like flock to him.
Yeah, all the fish are swarming toward him. He's beautiful. Look at that. Wow.
I love how you didn't even catch there was a hippo in there. You're just staring at these little tiny fish.
I'm like,
talking
oh, it's
about
a
the
bird. Look at how pretty that bird is. Oh, is he gonna get a fish? Actually, that was really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a hippo like that before. Like that close, its mouth opening. That was really neat. After we had a couple minutes, we decided to move out of the way so that other people can get a better view. But that was really cool. Really cool. And here's the main show, the gorilla. This one is just relaxing and taking a nap. There's actually a couple close ones up here. We can get some nice close views. That looks like a female, possibly.
I wonder if this one in the foreground is. Remember when we were here a few years ago and the little tiny babies?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if these are them now.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. There's another one.
I think they're so hot.
There's another one taking a nap back over there under that little tree. Over here you can see the size of the feet and hands of a 6-year-old male gorilla. And yeah. Wow. He could take me in arm wrestling for sure. On this other part of the enclosure, after we left that room with the windows, I only see one. Gal over there said there are 6 in this enclosure, but only see one right now. Shh. It's a squirrel. Wow, so we definitely had a busy day at Animal Kingdom. Those gorillas were really cool.
Yep. Too bad they were all sleeping.
Yeah. But
it's fun when they're moving around.
Yeah, but it was still good to see them up close like that.
Yeah.
So, but we had a busy day. We only got on fast pass rides, but still.
We did get to see Festival of the Lion King.
Yeah, we got to see Festival of the Lion King as well. But we're going to call it good from...
Park is crowded today.
Yeah. Park is crowded today. So we're going to call it good from the Animal Kingdom. So thank you for joining us in this video, and we'll see you next time as we see what's out there. Thank you.
Thank you.